This is me, Hannah. Hey. Are you noticing anything different? Hint, hint. If you're thinking hair, you are correct. Yep. I trimmed my hair. So this morning, when I woke up, I was at the vanity mirror and I was looking at my reflection in the mirror.
And I was like, wow, my hair has become really, 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 really long.
And I was trying to do a little comb over from the top down because my hairline's kind of receded up here. And so I was like, all right, if I could grow long enough to down here, I could do bangs. But then the thing was, the hair was growing long, but then it wasn't. There were some areas that were a little short, still a little short. So it was like all over the place, you know. Some strands were like only like this long, and then some strands were really, really short. So I couldn't really do bangs. But then at the same time, the back side of my head, the hair was getting out of control. So yeah, when I was putting on Miss Wakers yesterday, my natural hair was like coming out, you know, from like underneath and stuff, and which was okay, you know, but then it was getting to a point where like some strands were getting into my ears and stuff, and I was like, all right, it's time to trim the hair. So this morning I was planning on an approach on how to tackle it, and then I thought, okay, what if I just kind of like neatly trim the back and just a short trim, really short trim. So, and then I could leave the front with the sideburns and stuff, like in front. That way my hair is kind of like a little neater in the back, and the front, you know, I could then maybe, you know, trim it with the scissors a little bit and let it kind of like grow out. But then when I was trying to actually do the trimming, you know, on the back side of my head area, there were some strands that were like somehow managing to evade the buzzer. Yes, the buzzer.
The the buzzer. The buzzer trimmer thingy.
So I was like, all right, I may have to use a shorter accessory. So my buzzer's got like little accessories I could add in front to set the buzzer, you know, how short I want to cut my hair. So I removed the accessory that was on there and I put a shorter accessory on it, and I was buzzing and I was like, wow, this is coming out pretty well. So the back was done, and then I looked at the sides and I was like, what if I trim the sides a little bit? So I was trimming the sides, and the hair was beginning to look like a men's cut, right? A nicely, neatly, you know, trimmed men's cut. Before, when I was Henry, with the men's cut, I'd look like, you know, nicely, neatly trimmed young man.
Okay,
Henry.
here is how you can tell if a guy
is a serial killer. Ready? By the utensil he's holding, if he's holding a spoon, then he's really a serial killer. What?
No, that's not it. Next picture. Not that one either. There. Yep. I'm not even sure how that worked. This is my old VCR remote from 1992. There. But this morning, I was looking like a tomboy. Yeah. So I was like, wow, that's a pleasant surprise. I was enjoying it. I was like, wow, this is so kinky. I am looking like a tomboy, which is so cool. I can get away with like keeping a men's style haircut. And yeah, that was pretty cool. So I was trimming the sides and it was like so nice and neat. And then I was like, all right, what if I just trim it a little bit shorter? And what I did was I removed the accessory on my buzzer, and I just went and tried it without the accessories. And then there was a point where, like, I kind of made a slight miscalculation, and I went in instead of going up, and it left kind of like this short in one area, and then the rest was like even. So I was like, no. So I was like, all right, what should I do now? What if I just like buzz this side then? So I was buzzing. I said, well, this doesn't look too bad. So I went ahead and buzzed this side, and I looked at this side, and I was like, well, why don't I even it? So I buzzed this side as well, and I buzzed the back, the lower back, and then I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So I kind of like went ahead and buzzed it, kind of like nice and clean, but not fully bald. There's like traces of hair there, but really, really short. And I ended up with this hairstyle this morning. I put on my makeup, and did my eyes and stuff, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. This actually looks really, really nice. So I snapped a picture and showed it to a few of my friends, and I got positive feedback. I was like, cool. I think I can just go out in this hair. So I did. Yeah. So this is really, really cool. What do you think? You're welcome to let me know in the comment section below, because I'd be curious to know. Yep. Yes, this is my real hair. Yes. Ding, ding, ding. Laters.